All right, so got your email. It's go. All good. So that's what I'm doing. So we have two directions we can go. As always, like I said before, we either help a brother out and we go a little longer, but it makes us look a little better as far as the guys installing, or we do the easiest thing for us and really might set them up for the okey doke, but it's easier for us. So first and foremost, the frame is a little bit too small to get off the shelf watertight stuff. So I'm just using essentially a dry location, but that's the best we could do. I don't know if this is going to be inundated with water. I don't think so. But if anyone's going to say anything, then we need to create our own like custom caulked boxes that will fit, that we can seal up. Otherwise, I'm trying to use off the shelf, keep it easy for them, easy for us. So we grab this box here. It's a 4x4 with clipped corners, just a little more small. And what we would do is the mint color here, I would route this out of 09 and do 4 of these. And it would have, I don't have it, but there's a hole here, but it keeps the mounting screw holes there, but it would just be enough to, like a ceiling fan, hole in your ceiling, ready to go. What this does though is we tack this. So the 1.5 inch, the smaller one is the face frame. The 2 inch is the back frame. So it goes on the back side of the face frame. And then we would tack it in, and it would be self-centering because it's 45 like that. So I would find the center automatically of the corners of the ones that need to go on the frames. So we would tack this to the frame. Tacking is also good for bonding. It will be part of the electrical grounding and all that. And so that way everything will be grounded because you have electrical. And then, so that could take care of that. What that helps is then they would be able to put the frame up and then take their time to run the power through. I imagine Romex, watertight Romex, whatever, outdoor location. The problem is there's no holes just to save route time. I didn't put any holes in the framing. So if the power comes in through this bay, then they're fine. But if they're running it from over here, they're going to have to drill a hole and drill a hole and drill a hole and feed it. So there's a lot of work to be done. Plus they have to do the Romex connector and all that. So that helps with that. The downside is this is an 09 back. So when they go to put the panel up, it's going to sit on the frame. And then this, the box, will actually be an 09 back from the surface of this. So I don't know if that's an issue, if anyone's going to notice that. Again, your customer. If it's just like, yeah, go, or we're going to get those guys that are kind of like, well, hold on, we got to inspect this. So anyway, I kind of like this solution because it allows the installer guys to work with it and get it ready. Then they can pull enough Romex out like a ceiling fan, and then it's ready to go. Then they can just lift the panel and it'll have the hole. And I think we maybe pre-mount for them. We'll pre-mount the light fixtures when we get them, because I think there's only 2 screws, whatever. So we can get that ready. So that way they can just lift the panel. Somebody just feeds Romex through and then they mount it. The other thing that would be super easy for us, the other side of that is forget all this, and we mount the box to the back of the panel. We cut a hole, and then we also mount the light for them. But then it's like, okay, there you go. Problem is then I don't know how they're lifting this, and it really sets them up where they have to do like on a scissor lift, and somebody's going to have to grab the Romex and have it. And then while they're suspending, somebody's going to have to try to feed Romex in, get this connected while it's away from the frame, and then try to like scooch it up and pull Romex. And so, or whatever wire they're using, if it's, armor clad flex or whatever. So anyway, I think this would be a better deal for them, make us look a little better. It's easy solution for us too. It's just a matter of locking this in, tacking it, and we're good. And then we still need to cut holes here and mount the light. But I think that would be a better solution for everybody. But if you don't see anything wrong with the pitfalls about it not being quote unquote liquid tight, I think it'll be okay where it's at, even if it gets a little water on it. But as long as it doesn't fill up with water, I don't think it will. So anyway, so if you just give me which way you think works, or if you know something else that might work better, or no J box, I don't know, maybe we do no J box and there's just a hole there and they run Romex out and then they connect, I don't know, behind the light, and there's just exposed wire nuts back here behind the panel with no J box. If you think that works, that could work. We just put a big enough hole here and they just run wire out. So, and then stuff wires in, and this kind of whole thing becomes a JBox. So if you think that works, let me know. Anyway, just hit me up with some, whatever you think.